During a recent televised interview, Vice President Vance expressed his belief that we should love and care for others along a prioritized path from family to community to state to nation, and then to others elsewhere with what we have left over. He expressed that this order for love was, he believed, in line with Christian doctrine. His proposal seems logical at first blush, but even on first hearing, his understanding does not seem particularly Christian. I've had to think about my reaction to his comments, both from a secular reasonableness perspective and from a Christian theological perspective for quite a while. I am a Christian. After long consideration, I want to tell my friends and family that I have absolutely no doubts that the Vice President is simply and completely wrong from both a reasonableness perspective and from a religious perspective. From a reasonableness perspective, his error is pretty simple for me to describe because what he lays out is tribalism, the act of exalting the tribe, your tribe, ahead of or above other groups. It is the kind of tribalism that erects walls rather than sharing resources. It is the kind of tribal mentality that tells those having a hard time that they are getting what they deserve. And it is the kind of tribalism that causes wealthy tribes to boast of natural superiority or exceptionalism and to deride others as supposedly inferior. The tribal tone of the Vice President's comments lead me to conclude that to prioritize love and care along these lines simply fails the reasonableness test. Then the Vice President, a person of great influence, claims this priority of love and care is in line with Christian doctrine. Well, theologically, he is, again, simply wrong. Vice President Vance's priority for love and caring described these hallmarks of Jesus' teachings as transactional. And it is not reflective of God's abundant mercy and grace. Throughout his life and ministry, Jesus was quite clear that God is and has been abundantly gracious and merciful. Jesus is as clear that this is the image of God that we are to emulate as much as we can. Admittedly, we may not be able to meet all the needs of all of God's creation. That is why it takes all of us all of the time. But we cannot even begin to love and care for all who need our love and care if we start from a tribal mindset. Jesus' birth, life, ministry, death, and resurrection were not transactions. Christianity is not a ledger of winners and losers, of superiors and inferiors, or even of saints and sinners. Christianity is a covenant, a promise by God of abundant grace and unmerited mercy given by our loving God to all people. That is the mindset we should start with regarding love and care for others. Thanks be to God.